got a secret underneath. Yeah, she's this naughty little freak. She likes to put on a show. She likes when it takes control.
With the 25th pick.
With the 45th pick, the Green Bay Packers select.
The Green Bay Packers select.
Ready, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Yeah, call me Packer Valley, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow, green and yellow. Yeah.
Roger, but I just got off the phone with the President Donald Trump. He asked me to pass a message along to all 32 NFL franchises. So let me tell you what it reads here, all right? It says, my fellow Americans, the Bears still suck!
Hugh Golden.
He's one of my favorite players in this position group.
4-3 flat.
Yep, I'll take. Sign me up for that.
Man, I can't even explain the feeling. I'm so blessed to be here. God put me in this position, and I can't thank him enough. So, just being able to play for an organization like this, it means everything.
You're coming into a receiver that has a lot of options in it, but it's been criticized as maybe not having an elite option. What are you going to bring to that receiver that might make you that elite option?
Definitely that dog mentality. Approaching it with a chip on my shoulder. I always got something to prove. I'm never complacent. I always want to get better. So just going in the room like that, and I'm just letting them know like I'm here to compete and I'm here to play. So being able to play for an offense like that is definitely gonna be.
Kind of seemed like people forgot my last name. They started to call me 4th and 13 instead of Golden, bro. So that's what they started to call me down there in Austin.
There's an old saying, big time players make big time plays in big time games.
Ewers to pass. And right in stride, they get going with Golden.
What kind of comes to mind when you think about the performance that you had in the college football playoffs?
Our back against the wall, so it's want to go home. And that's how I treated it. So that was a big game for us. And, I was just mentally, I was locked in the whole game. So.
And turning the corner is Golden. He is dynamic.
When the lights are bright, backs against the wall, as you said. It's your time to shine. How much do you appreciate those opportunities?
I definitely cherish them, because I'm granted the opportunity to do this at the highest level. So, just being able to go out there and showcase my talents, and then just show the world who I am.
Why you do my Sun Devils like that, man?
Hey, they gotta go home, bro. We had to send them home.
So keeping it buck with me. How concerned were you that you guys might drop this game? Because there were some moments.
Yeah. I would say I thought we was gonna come in. It was gonna be a blowout game, if you want to be honest. But they came out there and played a good game. They played a good game.
Texas must convert 4th and 13.
So let's talk about the catch. 4th down, season on the line. Walk me through from the huddle to the celebration.
So we knew what play we had called. I'm not gonna call it because we still gonna run that. But, Quinn checked the protection because they were about to bring a blitz. So he put the O-lineman in max protection. And the route that I had was a cop route, which is a corner post. They played cover 3. That safety played too far down. And once I stuck the corner, the outside safety, and I took the post, I knew it was over with. That play in that game, it didn't hit me until really after I had got the 2-point conversion. But You know, I mean, our back was against the wall this play. You know, it was either win or go home. So, you know, just being able to have that, I mean, it was cool, bro. It was cool.
How would you describe just the emotions coming out of that huddle, where you knew, look, you know, if you guys don't convert here, our season is over, and being able to ultimately be the guy they trusted and make the play?
Man, they were definitely high. You know, I don't show a lot of emotions, but you know, I was turned after I caught that ball. Like I said, man, just being in that opportunity at that time, bro, it was truly a blessing for me.
He's going for the corner. He's got it.
When you look back on UT's history, of course, you have the Vince Young moment over USC. Is this up there for you?
A lot of people say it is, man. So, I mean, that's.
Okay, welcome to the 2025 NFL Draft in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Cleveland Browns select left tackle Joe Thomas. The Houston Texans select J.J. Watt, Wisconsin. The Cincinnati Bengals select Kevin Zeitler, Wisconsin. The Dallas Cowboys select Travis Frederick. The San Diego Chargers select Melvin Gordon.
San Diego Chargers select Derek Watt from Wisconsin.
The Green Bay Packers select Vince Beagle, linebacker, Wisconsin.
The New Orleans Saints select Brian Ramczyk.
The Pittsburgh Steelers select T.J. Watt, linebacker, Wisconsin.
The New Orleans Saints select Zach Bond.
The Dallas Cowboys have drafted Tyler Biadasz.
The Dallas Cowboys select Jake Ferguson, tight end, Wisconsin.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Leo Chanel.
The Pittsburgh Steelers select Keanu Benton.
The New York Jets select Braylon Allen, Wisconsin.
The Indianapolis Colts select Tana Bartolini, Wisconsin.
Hey everybody, it's three guys with three things from day 2 of the Packer draft, and Michael, you are up.
Well, Larry, I did not think after the second night of this draft that I'd be up here talking about another wide receiver coming to Green Bay. But Savion Williams from TCU, the third-round draft pick, on top of choosing Matthew Golden from Texas in the first round. The Packers are not going to have Christian Watson this summer. He'll be back sometime from his knee injury later in the fall. But Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Dontavian Wicks, Malik Heath, Bo Melton, these 2 new draft picks, the competition this summer in training camp is going to be crazy.
With a capital C.
Yeah, exactly. Both competition and crazy, capital C's. I don't know who is going to get the most targets from Jordan Love, the most playing time, and rack up the biggest stats for the Packers in 2025 at the receiver position. But whoever does is going to have earned it.
Weston.
Larry, look at that second round with Anthony Belton getting drafted. Certainly the videos are impressive. I've watched him already pushing around trucks and everything in the pre-draft process. But the other thing is competition's a big thing, but so is depth. And the Packers were incredibly deep last year, but also very healthy on the offensive line. And you have to have your plan A, B, and C. Belton fits into that. He's a guy, as Brian talked about, could play inside, could play outside, but with Jordan Morgan competing for a spot in the starting line, you add a guy like Belton into the equation. The Green Bay Packers want to put their best 5 on the field. They're getting bigger, stronger, and faster. This guy adds into that mix.
I want to talk some more about Anthony Belton, 6'6", 336. And I got to be honest, sometimes the real big guys can play a little lazy because they can afford to. Not Anthony. He is a big guy who's got a nasty streak. He likes to finish, and if he can grind the guy's nose in the dirt, he will. And you know what? I love every bit of it. And that's 3 guys with 3 things. See you next time.
With the 124th pick, the Green Bay Packers select Barron Sorrell, defensive end, Texas.
This is a blessing. I'm so happy I'm here. Go Pack, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Met in the backfield and driven back, tackled for a loss by Barron Sorrell.
So thankful for the opportunity that this organization has given me. I'm disciplined, I'm gonna do my job, and I'm gonna make plays.
Gobbled up, taken down.
It's pretty simple. The ball snap, you gotta go get them, and that's just a certain mentality that you have to have by any means, is just go get the quarterback.
Right into the arms of Barron Sorrell.
It feels great. I mean, just walking out on the field, I could feel the energy. I can feel the fans' energy, and I'm just ready to reciprocate that on game day.
Savion Williams, touchdown.
His elusiveness, his power, ability to break tackles.
Savion.
Those were the first things that stuck out to you.
Spin, baby, spin, and take it in.
His ability to create separation and get behind guys vertically, catch the football. He's so good in the red zone.
Savion Williams into the end zone.
He just really seemed to fit what we're trying to do.
So you better move, better move, you better move.
Back at the Packer draft with an instant reaction, and in the 4th round, the Packers have selected Baron Soler, an edge player out of Texas. What can you tell us, Wes?
3 things stood out to me, Larry, learning about this young man. Durable, dependable, and he actually tested through the roof. Guy had the 9.31 RAS score, including a relative athletic score, and 4.68 in the 40 at 6'3", 253 pounds. Started 40 games for Texas, and also Packers went, 17 years without taking a Longhorn. Now in the span of 3 days, they've taken 2.
Something about his measurables. You mentioned the RAS score. 28 reps on the bench. Let me tell you, folks, that is stout. And overall, he's productive, reliable, and he uses his hands well. So that's the Packers' 4th round draft choice. For the latest on the Packers draft, keep it right here on Packers.com.
Baron, can I ask why you're still here, and what does it mean to get drafted here with all your family here?
Man, obviously just blessed to be here and have the opportunity to go to the draft. I was here since Wednesday, watched the draft at the hotel with the Legends the first night, went to the green room the second night, and had to make a decision this morning. Do I go back, or do I go home and and do it that way? But just so blessed and thankful that I made the decision to come back, because it couldn't have turned out better, man. I'm so thankful for the opportunity that this organization has given me, the people that believed in me and gave me this opportunity, but just to God for the way everything turned out, being able to embrace the fans and feel their energy, and I'm just ready to add to this great tradition.
Can you run through
what it's like to high-five the fans?
Man, it's an unreal feeling. I really don't have any words to describe it. It's definitely going to be one of the best memories I've had in my life. This day has been great. Just the energy that these fans bring, you could tell how important it is out here, and obviously walking through here and seeing the Vince Lombardi trophies around here, man, it's definitely something special going on here. So I'm just happy to be a part of this.
Baron, you were coached by Wendell at the Senior Bowl, one of the Packers coaches. Did you have a feeling about them that may have played into your decision to come back for today and be here, thinking that maybe they might be the team that called your name?
Yeah, obviously having that relationship with him at the Senior Bowl and coaching with him, but there was a lot of coaches at the Senior Bowl, and I had a lot of follow-up meetings, and I did Zoom with the Packers, and it went well, but honestly, I definitely had no idea, especially just waiting around and trying to see who was going to be the first to call.
Baron, can you describe the feeling of being the only person in the green room?
Man, it's it definitely it feels different for sure, especially when you're just waiting and waiting. But I just had to switch that perspective and realize that it's a blessing to even be there. Not everybody gets drafted, and definitely not a lot of people go to the green room. So just grateful for the opportunity, grateful to be there. And once again, I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this today, but it couldn't have turned out better. So thankful.
What's
Baron,
that moment?
We just saw video of you out in Lambeau Field. One, what does it mean to finally call Lambeau Field home? And two, you got to talk about that Lambeau leap as well.
Yeah, it feels great. Just walking out on the field, I could feel the energy. I could feel the fans' energy, and I'm just ready to reciprocate that on game day. I'm ready to come here and make that type of impact. And then Lambeau leap, man, is just the energy and the way they embraced it, man. That was a great experience.
Going into the draft, what were your expectations? What round did you think you might go, and how do you as it played out, what were you thinking?
Yeah, obviously expected to get drafted, and that's really what it was, bottom line. Obviously, my projected day, I went to the green room yesterday, so we were expecting that, but I'm just happy that my name was called. I'm happy to be at a team.
Aaron, what made you want to come here to Green Bay instead of maybe stay home like more guys are picking and watch the draft?
Yeah, I've been a fan of this league for a really long time. So watching the experience, watching the draft, growing up, and shout out to Chris, my agent. But when we first talked and just going through that, telling him like this is somewhere that I want to be when it's all said and done. And at the end of the season, had the opportunity. I mean, I'm not going to pass up on that. Definitely wanted the opportunity for me, but not just for me, for my family. So happy that they was able to come and we were able to have a great time.
Aaron, you and Matthew Golden had this incredible start to your Packer careers. How do you together make sure this isn't your best day as Packers?
Yeah, just going back to what got us here, and that's just hard work. I mean, Matt's a hard worker, I'm a hard worker, and we let the work speak for ourselves. I mean, obviously, just being in this light, you have to speak and everything, but what got us to this point is the work that we put in. And at Texas, man, what we did there, we won a lot of games, and now I'm just ready to come here and add value and do whatever the team needs me to do to win here.
What can you tell us about your former, now current teammate, Matthew, just from your time there with him?
Man, I'm so excited for him. Man, he was a great teammate, a great brother. And, I mean, I was at Texas for 4 years, and Matt came in my last year, and just the fact that we were able to see eye to eye in his last year and develop a relationship on and off the field. I mean, we really see eye to eye, and I say that to say really we know how to work, man. And Matt, I'm just so proud of him, not only getting drafted, but just the work that he put in to get himself in that position. I seen it from day one, him going to Texas, working his way up from day one. So, man, I'm excited to suit up with him again.
You had to make the decision to stay here. Having made that decision, I'm sure you're pleased with how this has gone. What's the memory you'll take away from this day?
Man, it's so many. I don't even know where to start. It's just all of it, man. I mean, from the second I woke up, not knowing how today was going to turn out, making that decision, like, yeah, I'm going to come here, embracing my family, having that moment with them once I got the call. The fans, I mean, the relationship that I have with the commissioner now, and his family, the legends. I mean, I talked to John Randall on the way here. Like, there's just so many things that I'm going to take away from the day, and I'm just so thankful for the way God has laid it out for me.
You kind of got into it a second ago, but you've been here since, you know, the whole first round Thursday, you waited on Friday. So what's that moment like when the phone rings today and you look at it? I'm sure you know what it is. You got all your people here with you.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like, especially when you're waiting around and waiting, and you just don't know how the moment's gonna go. You don't know how you're gonna react, and obviously the amount of time I waited is just like I didn't know how I was gonna feel. Thought I was just gonna be, you know, like, all right, like time to get to work. But I mean, it's like once I seen the phone ring and then I picked it up, everything else just went out the window. It's like you realize that. At the end of the day, since a kid, I said I want to be a professional football player, and my phone just rang with an opportunity to be one. So I'm just thankful that I can do that.
Aaron, obviously the commissioner was the one who announced your pick. I saw a report that you met with him yesterday as well. What is your relationship with the commissioner?
Yeah, like I said, I've been here throughout the week, so obviously been in all of the meetings that he had with all of us as draft picks, and just thankful for the way that he set up the week. I mean, obviously y'all see us walk on the stage, but there's a lot of things that he did behind the scenes to educate us on just how to go through this process, helping us out, and I was very thankful for that. And then obviously me being the last person here last night, him coming back and talking to me and just developing a relationship, getting to know each other, and then him coming out and doing that for me today, man. I'm very thankful for him and just the relationship that we have.
Zoom call, do you recall whether you talked to Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator, on that? Do you recall if he was one of the guys on your Zoom call?
No, I met with the defensive line coaches, and it went great.
Did they give you an idea how you fit within the system at all? Did they talk about that?
Yeah, obviously throughout that process we were just talking about my role and everything at Texas, but I'm just excited to fit wherever I need to be here.
Barron said that you were a fan of this league since you were a kid. When somebody says like Green Bay Packers, what kind of comes to your mind, whether that's things that you remember from your childhood or just... Yeah,
man, it's a winning tradition here, and walking through here, looking at those Lombardi trophies, not a lot of stadiums have those in there, especially multiple. So I'm ready to get to it and contribute to adding another one in there.
Can you run through who you have here with you today, and have they been here since Wednesday as well?
Yeah, man. I'll start from right to left. This is my older brother, Avery. Very thankful to have a very good role model. Since I was young, shout out to this guy. He's doing investment banking at Goldman Sachs in New York. So I got to shout him out. He's taught me so much just about how to maneuver and go through things off the field. And next, my mom, man, she said, man, her and my dad, they sacrificed so much for me to be. They sacrificed so much for me to be here, and I'm just happy that I get to share this opportunity with them because they deserve it. They deserve it so much. Man, I'm thankful. I'm thankful to have them as my parents. I'm thankful that they're here. And I could go on and on about them, but let's just say they sacrificed a lot for me to be here. My dad, since day one, I've been playing football since I can remember. Yeah. Let's go. My dad did a lot for me to be here, and I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that he gets to enjoy this experience as well. And this is my godparents. Since I was younger, they was there and supported me. I have a really good support system, I'm sorry. I have a really good support system right here, and I'm happy that they were here this weekend to enjoy this and enjoy this experience with me. So I'm thankful that they're here, and Ian and Chris, I don't know, he's probably, there he goes, man. Man, it's my agent, but he's a family member, Ian as well, man. The memories that we were able to make this weekend, for them to give me the opportunity to be here, forever thankful for that, and thankful for the relationship that I was able to develop with them, not just on the business side, but on the family side. Thankful for them and thankful for God for putting them in my life. So that's who I have with me, man. I'm sorry for the long answer, but very passionate about all of these people. So,
Barry, what do you think is important for people to know about your journey to get to this point?
For me, man, it never came easy, and it's just a testament to God and hard work. That's how I got here, and I know the recipe. I'm never going to lean away from that. I know to work hard, and I know to lean on God. I mean, since high school, just the way things went in terms of my recruitment, still getting the chance to go to Texas, so thankful that I got the opportunity to go to the University of Texas as the recruit that I was. I was not one of the highest in the class, but got the opportunity and was able to work, and that got me on the field and as a freshman, and then obviously just developing and building my role there. Thankful to everybody in that program for the opportunity that they gave me, because I wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't be here without the opportunity, and like I said, it's a lot that went into me getting here. It did not come easy at all. I mean, even just up to this weekend shows it. I mean, waiting until now and then still just it turning out the right way. I mean, that's just how it's always been for me, and I'm ready to just add on to it, because I know this is just the next step, and I know how this thing is going to go again.
Hey, Baron, can I help you out here? We can talk a little football.
Yeah, thank you. Give me a break, man. Goodness. Yeah.
This team needs some pass rush.
Yeah.
How would you describe your game in that area? And also, you guys were pretty limited down there in Texas. I would imagine it was kind of hard to get yours, right? Because so many other guys were getting them too.
Yeah.
So if you could talk a little bit about your game as a pass rusher and maybe how it evolved playing around so many good players?
Yeah, the thing about me, I think my best is still in front of me, and I've just been developing and just getting better year in and year out, and just been thankful for the coaches that I had at Texas, but going and just really learning about how to prepare as a pass rusher, just the fundamentals and things is something that I've just developed year in and year out, and I feel like I'm at my best now, and I know that my best is still in front of me, but in terms of the D-line at Texas, man, we had some guys, and I'm thankful that I was able to play next to them because we all learned a lot and were able to do and produce the way we were because of each other. So I'm ready to come here and add to that as well, but also knowing that y'all got a great pass rusher in Rashawn Gary, and I'm like a sponge. I'm ready to learn and go in there and learn from him and add to this Packer defense.
Right, has there been a player that maybe you've looked up to throughout your career that you kind of try to emulate your game in?
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to the DC walking over here, and yeah, it's been one of the guys is Rashawn Gary. Just watching his tape, watching the thing, similar body types. There's a lot of things that I learned and tried to emulate and use in my game. So I'm ready to actually get face to face with him and actually sit down and learn.
Couple more. Baron, how are you going to celebrate this day tonight and the days to come?
Yeah. Man, just be with my family, but I mean, at the end of the day, keeping the main thing is time to get back to work. I know we're starting this weekend, so I'm gonna take this moment in like I have been, enjoying my family, but I'm ready to play some football, I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think of you
and
hometown?
Pathway on the walk over here, the defense coordinator, did he just come over to the green room, or did he come meet you over there? Or
Can you repeat that from the beginning? I'm sorry.
You said you met the DC.
Yeah.
So Jeff, on the way over, did he run over to meet you, or how did that
Yeah,
interact?
no, so they got me over here to the facility, and that's where I met everybody, and it was great being able to talk and interact with everybody. So thankful for that.
What do you think of Green Bay? Aren't you been here for a long time now?
yeah, taking it in, man. Still learning. I mean, I've really just been at the hotel in here, back and forth, and I'm excited to learn more about the city. Definitely got to drive around today and see what's going to be next.
Played in cold weather before, and any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm from New Orleans, went to Texas, man. We definitely I played in some cold games, but it's definitely not that many. So I'm ready to embrace the new challenge.
What's cold to you?
Man, I mean, we played in Kansas. We played in West Virginia, I'm still learning, honestly, man. I'm from down south, so, this is all new to me. Not gonna lie, but, I mean, at the end of the day, football is football, so I'm ready to play.
Baron, you ready to show the other rookies around since you know Green Bay the best of everyone?
Well, I mean, honestly, Matt probably know it best. He's got the head start on me, so I'm gonna go talk to Matthew, and we're gonna definitely get to walk around and enjoy this city. I haven't even checked my phone. I've been going from thing to thing, but I already know that he's definitely probably first up on my list.
Baron, you said football is football, so just if the coaches are asking, what are we getting in Baron Sorrell, what kind of player are you?
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna say I'm a leader. I'm a winner, and I'm a competitor. And I mean, I've shown that in my time at Texas, just developing. And I feel like that's the most important things about a football player. I mean, I could sit there and say specifically and go on and on about the skills and all this and all that, but I'd rather just show you. And I'm just gonna speak about my personality, and I'm ready to get to work.
Baron, we've gotten to see kind of the full spectrum of your emotions now, from the joy to how much your family means to you. Is emotion a big part of your game too, in addition to your style of play? Is that the kind of guy you are?
Here we go again.
I didn't want to get you started.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, definitely a very passionate player, man. I play for something that's bigger than just football and more to me. And that's really just, it starts with my family. I lost my oldest brother when I was 16, and at that time I had to make a decision in my life, and I made the decision to give football everything that I got, and that's what's got me here, and that adds to the chip that's been on my shoulder along with the recruitment and how I just maneuvered through things, and man, it's just a lot that went through my life. I mean, that went on in my life that I was able to get through to get where I am and to the opportunities that I've had in the past. So I'm always gonna have that passion and that hunger, and that's honestly what makes me the player that I am.
Hey everybody, another instant react from the Packers draft, and they have just selected Colin Oliver from Oklahoma State. And what have we decided? He's an edge player. He was a linebacker. He's listed as a linebacker a lot, but we've decided he's an edge player.
Edge player, Larry. Some people in the pre-draft process are wondering if he'd be an off-ball type linebacker, but here's the thing. The guy's an athletic freak, and he is a natural pass rusher. Former Big 12 freshman of the year. He had 11.5 sacks when he got on campus over there. You look at some of these intangibles, Larry's 4.59 in the 40 and a 39-inch vertical. There was the foot injury last year, but this guy knows how to rush the passer.
Yeah, the part that really jumps at you is that he's natural at it. The movements, the intensity, the closing speed, it all comes natural to Colin Oliver. And that's it for the latest on the Packers draft. Keep it right here on Packers.com.
He's here today, so we want to introduce him, so give him a good round of applause. With the 124th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Barryn Sorrell, defensive end, Texas.
And here's why the commissioner came out to announce it, because Barryn Sorrell has been in the green room this entire time. And here he is.
Wow. Good for him sticking around.
Pretty cool. Now, I don't think he had any expectation of night one, but I think there was the thought that yesterday was going to possibly be his day. But I love the fact that he stuck it out. Here he is getting his moment. Reminds me of when Geno Smith stuck it out. Remember that? Came back the next day and got his moment. Kevin King did that years ago. This is pretty cool for this young man.
Geno was just the second round. It wasn't a very long wait for him.
But everyone thought he was a lock first rounder and came back the second day with not the suit, but the sweater and tie combo that they had to go pick up for him.
And here's a rarity. 2 times the local draft home team gets to celebrate a draft choice in person. And that's a bear hug of somebody that's been waiting a long time to give it. And both times, it's a Texas Longhorn that receives the hero's welcome by his new fan base at the professional level. It was Matthew Golden on Thursday night, and now Barryn Sorrell here on Saturday. And he's going to go meet them one by one, I guess, huh?
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
For you.
Remember when Brian Branch did this also? When Detroit took him, came back in the 3rd round. Remember, he came back almost at the Detroit letter jacket and got his applause. So that was pretty cool. Those guys hanging in there and getting their moment.
Tell you what, Texas had a pretty darn good defensive front. Seeing those guys roll off the board. Steve Sarkisian.
And they lost 2 last year in the first 2 rounds.
Exactly. Those 2 DTs. Steve Sarkisian's done a great job recruiting and developing these.
Good evening from Germany. We are coming to you live from the home of the Frankfurt Galaxy, having a great day watching day 3 of the draft. It's a pleasure to announce the following pick. With the 159th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Colin Oliver, defensive end, Oklahoma State.
Hey everybody, back with another instant react, and the Packers have made their selection, their first selection in the 7th round, and he is Micah Robinson, a cornerback out of Tulane. Wes, what else do you know?
Larry, the Packers really like this kid. They used one of their top 30 visits on him. He was a guy that played 4 years at Furman, actually, then made the transition last year to Tulane. A 52 passer rating allowed to opposing quarterbacks. He had 2 interceptions and only 1 penalty that was accepted. This is the thing. When you look at these late-round developmental guys, the Packers like these type of dudes. He has some speed to go with it. Another guy to take a look at.
You mentioned that speed, 4.38. He's also a willing tackler. And Wes, I would just bet by looking at his bio that he is one hungry young man. And for the latest on the Packers draft, keep it right here on Packers.com.
The Green Bay Packers select Warren Brinson, Georgia. Let's go!
Please
turn that speaker up.
He can play up and down the line. A really big man that can do a lot of things.
For the 250th pick, John Williams, guard from Cincinnati.
John, exceptionally bright, right? Really, really, really smart. He's got the versatility to play left tackle and guard. One of the few guys that can really play with full extension with his hands and is moving his feet at the same time. It's unusual for a guy that can play tackle and guard, play 4 spots for you, to be down there at that spot.
Hey everybody, a special treat. We are joined by 4th round draft choice, Barryn Sorrell. Barryn, welcome to Green Bay. And let me get this straight. You've been here since Wednesday. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, been here since Wednesday. Thankful to the NFL for the whole green room and everything experience, but also thankful that I got a head start in just learning about my new home.
What was it like when the call finally came?
Man, it's like I've been looking at my phone so much throughout the process. I'm like, is this really happening? And it was a call. I swiped right, answered it, and man, the emotions that I got, I can't even describe it. Just thankful.
And just so I have this clear, your whole family's kind of been with you since Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
What have they thought of Green Bay? What have you thought of Green Bay?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good to us, just the way that they embraced us, especially the league did a good job of setting everything up, and I'm just thankful to be a part of a community and like Green Bay.
Now, you have already been inside Lambeau Field. It's not like the first time you've been in a big stadium, but what did it feel like going in Lambeau?
Man, it felt great just knowing that this is where I'm going to be. And obviously, there's no words I can just use to describe just that feeling. But just once again, I'm thankful and to be in the best stadium in the NFL.
What do you know about the Green Bay Packers football team?
Man, I know they win a lot of football games. I know that they got a lot of Super Bowls, and I'm ready to add to it.
Barryn, tell me about your game. What's it built around?
Man, my game is built around there's a lot of different things that I can do, but at the end of the day, I'm disciplined. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to make plays.
Tell me about pass rush. The Packers need pass rush. Tell me about it.
Man, it's pretty simple when you really think about it. I mean, there's one guy with the ball, the ball snap, you got to go get him, and that's just a certain mentality that you have to have as a pass rusher is by any means is just go get the quarterback.
Now, at the Combine, I believe you did 28 reps on the bench. That is stout, and that's one thing, but it shows up in your game. When you put your hands on folks, I want to tell you, it looks like Mad Mountain Dean jolting these guys. Just this morning, I saw you jolt the guy to the ground. Talk about the strength part of your game.
Yeah, it's a big part of my game, using power and making people uncomfortable. And I mean, that's what sets up everything else. You got to establish that power early on, and that's what's going to make people fear me.
Barryn, tell me about Matthew Golden, the Packers' first-round draft choice and a teammate of yours at Texas.
Yeah, they couldn't have got a better pick, in my opinion, man. He's a dog. He's somebody that you can go to in tough times in the game, but then also somebody that's going to start the game off. So I'm excited to not just see what he do, but be a part of what he does here.
So, Barryn, what do you want to get done in your rookie season as a Green Bay Packer?
Man, I'm ready to come and contribute. I want to be used however that they need me to use and ready to just fit in where I need to be fitted in at.
Well, Barryn, welcome to Green Bay. And I want to tell you, folks, you're going to like this young man. Good young man. Barryn Sorrell.
Colin Oliver so fast around the corner. Smith goes down.
You turn the tape on him and you can see he's got twitch and explosiveness off the edge that brings a little bit more of a unique skill set that way.
Colin Oliver's been flying around. He's in the backfield a whole bunch. Colin Oliver with the sack.
He's one of the best, most feared pass rushers.
Great effort to rip him down. Just college football there from Colin Oliver.
Historic Lambeau Field, you got cheeseheads, fans are insane, so I can't wait to fit into that mold and just be a part of this organization.
56
so it's not the last of Green Bay, but it's just the latest.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, how the hell are we doing?
This guy's good people. Speaking about raising money for St. Jude, he did a lot of that.
I fell in love with this team when I was 6 years old, and 28 years later, to stand in front of you in Green Bay to announce the Packers pick, it doesn't get better than this.
It's good people. Good for him. That's a big moment. He means what he just said.
I appreciate the hell out of you. With the 237th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay mother-loving Packers select Micah Robinson, DB, Tulane. The Green Bay mother-loving Packers select Micah Robinson, DB, Tulane.
I'm a ball hawk. I always say when I have a good eye as the quarterback guarding a receiver, I'll see the ball in the air. Usually, respectfully, that ball is mine.
Over the middle, incomplete. Micah Robinson on the coverage.
I like to go up and get it whenever I see it.
Oh, intercepted, touchdown. Micah Robinson saw that from a mile away.
Hey everybody, we are joined by Coach Matt LaFleur, and Matt, the top of the draft, all offense. Let's talk about those fellas. Matthew Golden, what do you think?
He's electric. He's got elite speed, things that we can't coach, and I love his versatility. I think he's a guy that can go inside or outside. So it was a great moment for him when he gets picked in Green Bay, and we're really excited about it.
How about your second round pick, Anthony Belton, one of the world's largest human beings?
He is a big man, and I think he played a little bit heavier than he was at the Combine, but I think he really showcased his athleticism there and what he can do, and he's a mauler in the run game, and I think he's good in pass protection as well.
How does his presence affect Jordan Morgan, last year's first rounder?
Well, there's more competition in the O-line room, and as a coach, that makes you happy because I do think that competition brings out the best in everybody, and it'll be a challenge for us to figure out who are the starting five, but one that we're looking forward to.
Third round, another receiver, Savion Williams, but he's a different receiver than Golden.
He certainly is, and I think he's just scratching the surface of his abilities as a wide receiver, but he is a guy that is 6'4", over 220 pounds. He's big, he's fast, he runs with power, and you're just trying to find different ways to get him the football.
Speaking of which, are you kind of excited to work with him, find out what he can do, and kind of flex your creative muscles?
Yeah, I think collectively as a staff, that'll be fun. Maybe pick his brain a little bit because they were pretty creative there at TCU.
Barron Sorrell, taken today, and he's in town. Was that cool or what?
Well, it was surprising, that's for sure. I had no idea that he was in town. I guess it was meant to be. What a cool moment. He really is a culture changer. He's one of the toughest players at Texas, played in a lot of big-time games, and he was productive for 4 years there.
In the film I've seen, it looks like he is a very physical presence, period, but especially in the pass rush.
Yeah, like I said, we always look for play style, and he embodies what we want to be about as a Green Bay Packer defense.
Matt, do you feel like overall with this draft, the competition, number one, around your football team, within your football team has improved?
Yeah, absolutely. I think across the board, you look at our rooms, and there's going to be some very competitive battles, and I think it'll help push us and bring the best out of everybody.
Okay, this draft class, what's next for it? What's coming up?
Well, we'll have rookie minicamp, and we're going to do it a little bit different this year in terms of getting them used to our environment and how we do things. It's going to be less on the field, more in the classroom, more walkthroughs, just getting them acclimated for what's to come when they come back for phase 2.
All things considered, you feel pretty good about your football team right now?
Yeah, we feel great, but it is the off season, and the bottom line is we got to get back to work, and that's where real progress is made. It's not by talking about it, it's by the action behind it.
Hey everybody, it's three guys with three things, and Mike, you're up.
Well, Larry, after the first 2 days of this draft, everybody was wondering, where are the defensive picks for the Packers? Well, they came kind of fast and furious on day 3 here. Edge rushers from Texas and Oklahoma State in the 4th and 5th rounds, an interior D lineman from Georgia in the 6th round, a cornerback from Tulane in the 7th round. All of those guys adding some depth at important places for Green Bay. Will they be able to contribute right away and make an impact? We'll see. I think some of them will carve out a role in Jeff Hafley's defense right off the jump. But for the most part, other than the addition of Nate Hobbs at cornerback in free agency, the Packers defensively are going into 2025 with very much the same defense with which they ended 2024. And I think it's important to remember that defense was actually playing some pretty good football against the Super Bowl champs on the road.
You are correct, sir. Wes.
Larry, I'd like to talk about one of those edge rushers and Barron Sorrell. And this is, again, a big business, the National Football League. Brad Paisley's playing a concert right behind us as we speak. 600,000 people came out to Green Bay, Wisconsin. But it's days like this that kind of remind you that these are real people that just happen to have superhuman ability. Sorrell is one of those guys, and he comes in on Wednesday, sits in the green room by himself on Friday, sticks around on Saturday, was able to walk across the stage. Everything that comes along with that, does a Lambeau leap, acknowledges his family, a big emotional moment. Those are the type of things that this game is all about. It's what the Green Bay Packers are all about, and he happens to be a really good football player to boot.
Guys, the thing that impressed me about this draft class was some traits jumped off the tape. Matthew Golden, speed. Anthony Belton, power. Savion Williams, versatility. Barron Sorrell, strength. He is really stout. Colin Oliver, he is a slippery guy. It's hard to lay a glove on him as a blocker. And Warren Brinson, length at defensive tackle. Those are traits you can live with. And that is three guys with three things. See you next time.
Danger they both crave when they